Welcome back, guys. It is me, Mr. Card 45549, and I'm joined by my buddy, Toxic Stark. Say hi.
Hello.
So he has given me some critiques, and he believes that I should explain my builds. What I'm doing specifically with my builds, as well as my attire, and what I'm doing in general. And you know, he's right. Because all I've been taking you guys on is a wonderful journey through Wonderland with no explanation. So grab your cup of tea. I'll put on my top hat. I have a top hat, don't I? Closest one. I'll put on my top hat, and let's get the explanation going. So, my buddy Toxic Stark asked some good questions of what I'm using specifically, weapon-wise, and that right now is the Saw Cleaver. Typically, a good first starting weapon, S-tier weapon in some people's opinions, my opinion certainly as well, because it does do good damage, has high quality good damage, as well as, serrated damage, which does extra damage to bestial creatures. Shh, I'm good at English, guys, I swear. And as you've noticed, I've mostly upgraded my strength and skill categories, which are connected to my my right-handed weapons. Henceforth, the 377 in my weapon attacks. But I'm not just sticking with the Saw Cleaver the entire playthrough. I'm also slowly using the Blade of Mercy, which is currently at a +8 as well. It does decent damage to bestial creatures, but its main priority is mostly humans or kin. Good damage there, and once I get it fully leveled up, it's going to become the replacement weapon. It also has high arcane damage, so the only thing that I can't use on it are papers, like fire and lightning, so it's straight up just rawing it all the way through. It's going to be fun. It's also going to be a pain in the ass. But we're not going to talk about that. Attire-wise, I know normally I tend to stick to one set, like Eileen's, the bird armor. But depending on the boss and depending on the fight, depends on what I'm going to be switching to, because some armors have higher resistances over others. So if I'm running through a field of poison, I'm going to want high poison resistance. If I'm running through a field of frenzy, I'm going to want high frenzy resistance, and so on and so forth. With that in mind, we also like to use our little Blood Echoes farm over here. The Cum Chalice is what it's actually referred to. I'm not going to go in depth on that. I also have over here the Memory Altar where I can attach my Chiral Ruins, which can either increase my damage resistance or increase my amount of damage, or just give me so many echoes, like the Moon Chiral Ruin right here. This actually pairs well with the Blood Echoes farm that I use from time to time. Having all 3 stacks of Blood Echoes, which is perfect. And then you have the Oath Memories. Oath Memories, there's several different varieties. I tend to stick with the Hunter variety because it gives me high stamina recovery. So, that's good to know. And then over here in the workshop, we have our Fortify weapons, our repair weapons, and then my personal favorite, the Blood Gem fortifications. Attaching Blood Gems to your weapons increases their damage in certain ways. You can either add higher physical attack, higher blood attack, higher arcane attack, or fire and bolt attacks without the need of paper. On the Saw Cleaver, I tend to went pretty basic. I did physical attack increase majority of the time. I might go a different route when it comes to my Blade of Mercy, but we're not there yet. And yeah. Oh, and this guy in the wheelchair, he's a bad guy. Keep that in mind, Toxic Stark.
What?
We're not going to focus on that right now. There's 2 shops in the game. There's Insight, and then there's Blood Echoes. And then there is the leveling. You talk to a doll. She channels your Blood Echoes into you, allowing you to level up your character. I don't have enough echoes right now to upgrade anything, but what I'm going to focus on next is going to require that I use some blood echoes. So I might have to do the farm a little bit later. But I'm going to continue to increase my vitality, my endurance, my blood tinge, and my arcane. I'm pretty solid with what my strength and skill is at, but once I start the new game pluses, I may have to increase those stats just a little bit further. Alrighty. And with that, guys, we're going to get the rest of the video on the way. Big thanks to Toxic. It's just I suck at it, because you have to time it very well, otherwise you just suck at games. Have you ever had a game where you had to time the parry, the certain things very well?
The Arkham games.
There's a parry mechanic in Arkham?
Yeah.
So you could play Arkham with no issues, but when it comes to a Souls game, there's several issues.
Yeah.
That makes no sense. Arkham games aren't even that hard. They have difficulty sliders.
Exactly. So what's your point?
There's no difficulty slider in this. It's perpetually on a difficulty called fuck you.
So look, because you said so you can play Arkham, but not, this game. And then now you're saying that they're different because one you can change the difficulty and the other one you can't. So like, what's the point then?
The point is for a challenge. You know, it's fun not having that difficulty slider harbor your abilities as a gamer. What the fuck? Hey, got some bolt paper. The point is, it provides a nice challenge not having that difficulty slider in the way. It really tests your skills and tests your capability to adapt to the gameplay that's being provided to you. And that's a mechanic I think you'd really love to take advantage of. So if I buy the game for you, would you play it? I'll play with you. Oh, I actually like this armor set. This is a good armor set. It has horrible fucking frenzy resistance though. Pretty decent resistance on the crow armor. I was watching a video last night, Toxic. This guy beat the game using only the Blood Tinge skill.
The what?
The Blood Tinge skill and a gun. Alright, we're gonna get the one reborn. Oh, there is a mechanic here to summon NPCs to help you fight, but never do that. If you ever do pick this game up, never do that, because it just gives the boss more health. You're taking notes, right? Toxic.
Oh, I was muted. Yeah.
Okay, you're taking notes. He's having to go off of verbal listening, guys, because we don't know how to screen share. PS4 to PS5. If I had a PS5, you know, it'd be easy. Very easy, actually. But we're working with what he got. He'll just have to see his notes connecting to... He'll just have to see the verbal notes connecting to the actual footage when the video comes out. Alright, first order of business. Taking out those fucking bells. You could just fight the one reborn naturally, but I don't like to do that, cause these Sinister Bell bitches are just going to have people spawn in and assist the one reborn every time. So if you kill the bell ringers,
Can I kill her? What? She's at 1 health for 20 fucking minutes, and I've been shooting at her. I can't kill her.
sorry guys, you'll have to excuse him. He's playing Marvel Rivals. Okay, if I remember correctly, the one reborn was weak to lightning. All you gotta do is break a limb, and then proceed to rip him to shreds. First try, one reborn, that's how you do it. Alright. Next step. Is the Mikolash. Oh! Someone liked it.
Oh, what?
So you can leave notes throughout the game
Welcome home. What is it?
Mm-hmm.
And if you know where you left your notes,
Stand close. Now shut your eyes.
you can look at them,
Mm-hmm.
and someone liked one of the notes that I left.
Farewell. May you.
Oh. Nice.
Yeah, I got one. You can't really say anything specific. You can just say specific, templated stuff. But I said, beware of warm blood. And it got a like. Damn it, I need some more bloodstone chunks. But we can get that that second umbilical cord. Because there's 3 endings to the game, Toxic. There's the good ending, there's the bad ending, and then there's the true ending.
Mm-hmm.
Which one do you want to hear first?
The first one.
The good ending? So the good ending is you dying.
Okay.
Well, he did a little chuckle. He's like, oh, okay. Let me explain. So, throughout the entirety of this game, um, you
Of course. No, I understand.
throughout the entirety of this game, you are taking role as what's known as a hunter through this through this town, country called Yarnum. Because you are looking for a cure to this thing in your body. She's not down here. Oh shit, I fucked up. I fucked up big time. Anyways, you're looking for this cure, and the only way you can do that is by signing a contract with the hunters, where they put a specific blood inside of you. Now, throughout this game, at the very early game, you meet a hunter advisor by the name of Gehrman. He's a dude in a wheelchair. Well, if after you end the nightmare, which is going to be a boss fight by the name of Margot's Wet Nurse, after you defeat her, you come back to the hunter's dream, and you speak with Gehrman in a boss fight area. And he tells you, your contract is sealed. It is now null and void because you did what your contract required of you. So give your life, and you shall awake in the day,
Mm-hmm.
not having any recollection of the night. You'll have no memory of what took place from the moment the signed contract took place to the very end of where you get decapitated in the hunter's dream by Gehrman. That's the good ending, because you will awaken with the disease gone from your body, but you will have no recollection, and you could never go back into the hunter's dream ever again. The bad ending is you refuse Gehrman, but Gehrman doesn't want you to refuse. He wants you to accept. So you fight Gehrman.
Mm-hmm.
And after defeating Gehrman, a celestial being known as the Moon Presence will come down and appoint you as the new hunter advisor, essentially taking Gehrman's place. That's the bad ending. The true ending is you need a specific item known as 1/3 of an umbilical cord. In order to trigger the good ending, you need to consume 3 of these out of 4. Because this umbilical cord will essentially make you a celestial being, the seed of a celestial being, and it will refuse the moon presence. You then have to fight the moon presence. After defeating the moon presence, you will basically submerge upon yourself, and you will be reborn as a moon presence offspring, as a moon presence child. So my essential understanding is from all 3 endings and playing the game for so long, is that the true ending is you take the nightmare before you and you restart the cycle of it, but because you are now the center of that cycle, you change the cycle. You change it altogether. It's pretty confusing to understand, but, it is really cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going back for Amidala. I want to beat Amidala first.
Stuff I can think about, man.
Come on, man. I'm trying to teach you this. I can't teach you if you don't ask questions.
I don't know what the right question to ask.
There's no such thing as a dumb question, my guy. Just ask a question.
I don't have one.
I need something with high poison resistance here. Oh my god, dude, his fucking lag is so real. That's another thing I should mention. When you play the online version of this game, you can get attacked by other players. You just need a bit of insight and an item called the Sinister Bell. It will take you to another player's world where you attack them. And likewise, there's one for co-op as well.
I see.
That was the first time I've gotten attacked in any of my videos. And he was lagging so fucking hard. I couldn't even touch him. Give me my echoes back, bitch. I'm probably gonna get attacked again. Because the section of the map of game that I'm in, people love just fighting other players in here. Alright, that's gonna hold off the Amidala fight then, I guess. Ah, shit. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. Big thanks to my buddy Toxic Stark for being here and asking questions, even though he didn't ask a lot
I didn't
of
ask.
questions. Go follow us on our Instagram. His is Toxic Stark. Toxic._.stark. And me, Toxic Card 549 on Instagram. I have a link tree set up to my other social medias if you want to watch those instead. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. You want to say something? You want to say goodbye too? Now's your chance.
And as always, I hope you enjoy.
Why did it sound like you were yawning halfway through that?